Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing technically episode 3 of what I am now calling JCU. Shout out to whoever left that comment on my video a couple days ago suggesting JCU, as in JC University, for what I'm going to call these educational commentary videos in this series this year. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down my last game of King of the Court to try to get top 1% and a top 10 finish in King of the Court this week here in NBA 2K25, my team. Now, if you watched my Hidden Gems video earlier, you know that I did manage to get top 1%, and you also know that I started King of the Court about an hour late, so I was playing from behind the entire time. But we managed to catch up, and this final game was going to be the difference whether or not we won or lost, and we're able to make that top 1%, because as y'all can see, going into this one, I do have one loss, but I am literally 7 points above top 1% right in this for this game, and I know that I have to win this game to get top 1%. If I lose, I will fall out of that top 1%. And so it was a very important game. So we're going to talk through this game and what we did well and how we were able to, I guess, get the job done. I guess I'll spoil it for this one. So with that being said, before we hop in, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I am less than 200 subscribers away. We're getting real close. Trying to hit that by the end of September. Looks like it's going to happen. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's start the video. So we load into our game. We are searching for a game, and we match up against not a bad team. I mean, let's see if we can get in here and see what our opponent's team was looking like, because it really wasn't a bad team. As it just it skips me right forward into the game. Whatever, that's gonna have to work. Let's make sure this is full screens. He's got Baron Davis, Ronnie Cycli, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, T-Mac, and Melkar. That's a very solid lineup, and we start off first possession of the game with a admittedly kind of questionable shot. I'm not gonna sit here and say that was the best shot that I've ever taken, but it is what it is. And again, I mean, hey, he scores on the first possession, so not ideal, but you live, right? Like, what are you going to do? Just being patient here, running some offense, immediately trying to get downhill with Jamal. Bad take. I didn't mean to go up. This happens constantly, by the way. I don't know why tapping X to hop step, tapping X to pump fake results in you going up half the time, but it just makes it to where pump faking under the rim when you're driving the ball or going for hop step, it just doesn't work sometimes. I don't understand why that is and why it makes you go up. If anybody has any idea, I'm not sure, but it's one of the more frustrating things. With that being said, we go into the screen quite well here. Step up on T-Mac in the corner. Immediately, by the way, y'all see I switched the matchup for ML Cars, my best defensive card, to T-Mac, and I'll have Anthony Parker guard his ML card just because it gives me a better matchup overall. We get the 3-ball off with ML, small window to green it, and we unfortunately weren't able to. We got a good look. Should have been able to green it, but we do green that one with Jamal Crawford, knocking down the 3-ball J crossover with a big shot, and we take a 6-2 lead. I apologize if the replay of this game is a little bit choppy, because it does look a tiny bit in certain areas, but overall should be pretty good. That, by the way, probably should have been a steal. And he immediately drills a white. And I'm like, okay, we probably should have had a steal. We didn't get the steal. He hits a white, which means he's playing on normal or low risk, which means he's going to be hitting whites and getting rewarded for shots he shouldn't all game. Good angle there, by the way, by Jamal. Made it look like we were going to 3 it for a second. Gave his center some hesitation. Our Ronnie Cycli slips behind his Ronnie, and we get ourselves a freestanding dunk and take an 8-5 lead. So not a bad start to the game, despite the fact that he kind of got a little bit of a BS 3-ball. Trying to play the slip with Draymond. He bails out of that pass, throws it to Ronnie. It's not really beautiful offense, I wouldn't say. Good job going under and getting through, and we wall up on the inside, and that's good defense, honestly. Like, that's just, it's not a good take. Going up on a dude who's got half paint patroller, just never a great idea, and he does make the mistake of doing that. So got Jamal Crawford potentially open in the opposite corner, didn't throw it over to Ronnie instead. Ronnie for 3, drills the 3-ball. This card, 73 ball, but I'm telling y'all, he hoops, man. I really like Ronnie as my starting center. He is confident. I'm confident shooting the ball with him. I've figured out his release, even though it is kind of an ugly, janky release. I've definitely figured it out, and he plays a lot of defense. He is pretty good when it comes to countering even the best insides in the game. Guys like Wilt, Kareem, Dwight. He does a great job against those guys, and he gives you enough as a shooter as well to really be a popular card. Reset the ball up top here. I think I reset it to the corner, actually. No, I didn't. I got the ball plucked from me. I should have reset that up top. I didn't have anything going, but he throws it to Ronnie, runs up in transition, and he doesn't have a ton going. He's running his pick and roll. I'm not giving up the slip to Ronnie. Good job right there again. Going under here just a little bit. Click on with Jamal and make sure we get back to Baron Davis, and then manually clicking onto the slip. If y'all, I'll go back and show that play right there, but manually clicked on to, can I, it won't let me skip back a couple seconds. But look how I play the slip right here with Ronnie. And then I'm coming out the corner to bait this, right? He comes here, so I'm going under any potential screen here, but then making sure I step back up. Jamal gets stuck, so I'm recovering him to Baron Davis, and then I click on to Anthony Parker to play the slip. He throws the slip. I press X, steal the slip, tipping it to ML Carr, and we get ourselves basically a free run out in transition for a wide open three that unfortunately is missed, but we do get the offensive rebound. Again, it's good defense, and it turns into a great shot opportunity on the offensive end of the court, even if it didn't wind up being a bucket. And ML Carr does manage to get a bucket on the possession anyway. Shout out to Draymond for the offensive rebound, and we take a 13-5 lead. Just doing a good job so far. Just not giving up anything easy, making him work for everything, just being super patient, not trying to overdo anything on the defensive end of the court. In games that I really, really need to win, I don't need to do anything fancy. I just need to be solid, straight up, and consistent defensively. Pump fake right there with Anthony Parker. Stop. I was tempted to shoot it, and honestly, if he had X-switched that would have been a steal to ML Carr, but he didn't X-switch it, and we take our slip, and Draymond Green with an easy standing dunk to take a quick 10-point lead. Really good start to this game, to be completely honest. Again, against a guy who clearly is a competent enough player and has a good team, which, by the way, I think this dude, Chris, commented on one of my videos yesterday after we played. So, by the way, shout out to you, Chris, if you're watching this video. But we played that great. Really nice steal there and get another easy standing dunk in transition. Not going to force the three ball when we can get a free dunk. And we have a 12-point lead. I mean, this is a perfect first quarter. This is the type of first quarter you're always looking for, to be able to get a consistent, easy, good start and build a little bit of a lead, because that when you're playing from ahead, it puts you in a really nice position for the rest of the game. He gets a downhill drive with Sharif Abdul-Rahim to cut it back to a 10-point game. But again, a 10-point game at the end of the first quarter is a W. Really should hold for last shot here. We drive the ball inside, trying to attack and Baron Davis. Don't have much open. Stop, pop, wide open three. Great look, and I missed it. It is what it is. Got to green the shot, but it is what it is. We got a good look. We didn't capitalize then the first quarter. It's going to happen. You're not going to green every single shot. Regardless, a 17-7 lead is how you want to start off a game for sure. Unfortunately, not very good defense to start off the second quarter. I'm not going to lie. This was not a great defensive possession here. I don't know why it won't let me just skip in smaller increments. It's kind of annoying. I like how Twitch VODs do it better than watching videos that I recorded on my PC back, because I basically have to sit here and wait. But as y'all can see, I just went under the screen with ML, didn't recover quickly enough to that three ball, and unfortunately he knocks down the three to start the second quarter, which good job by him of recognizing that and being able to get his three ball off. And yeah, we have our pick and pop open-ish. Not really. It wasn't a great look, but I mean, it does register as open. Just weren't able to green it. It wasn't a great shot, kind of a force, and then he gets a dunk in transition as well. ML easily, I feel like, could have undercut that, but I guess I was a step too far back. So instead of reaching in front of the player and getting the steal, he reaches behind him and just gives up a free dunk to T-Mac, which is obnoxious. Driving the ball here. Just got to relax. He's just playing off ball right now, just trying to bait stuff off the ball, and he almost gets a steal there. I mean, he very close to gets a steal, but we just run around in a big, deep circle. Nice little deep hash right there, and ML Carr gets an easy layup, just running a nice, big, wide circle. Was that beautiful offense? No. Did it result in 2 points? Yes. So at the end of the day, I will take it. We got 2 points in the possession, which is big because he had cut it to a 5-point game. Do not want to let this gap get too close if possible. Bad defense there. I reached too early with Draymond. That's just trying to be a little bit anticipatory of the pass. Didn't really need to do that, though, especially when you're in the lead. If you're losing and you got to make a play and you got to get some turnovers and get things going, I get that. But that play right there did not need to be made. By the way, he jumps with Ronnie because, again, he respects Ronnie's ability to shoot the ball, my Ronnie's ability to shoot the ball. So he jumps to close out there because we threw a nice stop to the corner. We get an easy baseline drive and a bucket. But I did not need to do that, especially in a game that I'm leading and I'm kind of controlling so far. Again, reaching too early. I just need to play a little bit more straight up defensively on the pick and roll than I did on those possessions, because I think it will put me in a better position overall to be able to get more stops. And he just drop steps my Draymond with Ronnie and gets himself a layup on the inside to cut it back to a 5-point game. Couple of potential stops we could have had if we had just walled up the pick and roll better and waited on our reach, and both times it did not wind up working out for us. We wound up giving up buckets, even if that one was a little bit delayed to a couple offensive rebounds afterward and stuff. But still, it is what it is. Now, he does sub in his bench. Look what I notice about his bench immediately. Look who he's got at point guard. Vince Carter. I don't position glitch people unless they position glitch me. Giants fan was the one exception last weekend, but screw him. Regardless, I see him with T-Mac with Vince at point guard. You know what that means? I have full liberty to play T-Mac at point guard, which I otherwise would not do. I've had Baron Davis. I had Baron Davis off my bench the entire weekend, and in all the games that I played, the people did not position to glitch me. Baron Davis played my backup PG. In this game, I have an excuse to just free and simple put T-Mac at backup point guard if I want to, which I see immediately and go to sub in my bench, which does include T-Mac at that backup PG for that lineup glitch, just to counter other people lineup glitching me. And that could have easily been a bump, by the way, on Vince. Weren't able to get it. Again, you see me knocking down the three with Ronnie Cycler. correctly, though. You got to respect my Ronnie, plain and simple. That could easily been a steal, but that's a good wallop right there. Like, that's great defense, and that's what I need to do more of. Honestly, that defensive possession right there was more of what I should be doing every defensive possession when I have a solid lead against a game that I'm kind of controlling. Don't reach early. Don't put yourself out of position. Make sure you stay between the defender and the basket. I did exactly that, between the offensive player and the basket. And we managed to get the contest we're looking for and get ourselves a much better wall-up animation and a better stop. Pump fake there, just being hesitant, being patient. Not hesitant as much as just patient and letting things work. Backing people down with Draymond. Draymond is mashing Bruce Bowen, and we get ourselves an easy layup on the interior. Is it the prettiest offense you've ever seen in your life? Probably not. It results in 2 points again, though, so I am not too concerned. We have a little bit of a mismatch there, and we take advantage of it. He throws the slip there, kind of a blind slip throw, to be completely honest. That could have easily been a steal, but again, he doesn't score on it, and that's the most important thing. Except he does score on it because he gets me stuck in a screen and he gets his 3-ball off, which is a good job by him of taking a game that's starting to get a little bit out of hand and keeping it close by knocking down a 3-ball. Got my Jamal Crawford, I should say, sucked into a screen. But we get a nice blow-by animation, and when I get a free dunk, I'm taking it every single day of the week, especially, again, when you got a lead or you're in a close game with somebody who's a sweat, things like that. Take the easiest bucket every single time. Don't try to force, and just be patient. Again, I'm too high with Draymond. I don't need to be playing that high. I've done that 3 times in the second quarter and wound up giving up buckets on all 3 of them. And that's on me. I could do a much better job. But we do a great job of recognition there, realizing that as LeBron is way out of position, that Draymond's going to be wide open and throwing that pass early up the court. And it winds up being a huge bucket right there. Very, very important to stop. We X-switch that perfectly. Ronnie picks up the drive. Draymond recovers and is able to get a contest on Sam Perkins. And we have a 10-point lead here with 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Bad take. Again, y'all see very early, was trying to pump fake that one. I think hop step that one as well. I'm not trying to go up with it. I get lucky that it gets called a foul, but why is that a thing? Why can't I just hop step or pump fake? I'm tapping my X button. That should not make me go up, and it annoys me that it does. But that's a common thing that's been an issue in 2K for years. Just seems like it's really bad right now. Playing the slip again behind it, it's just not great defense by me. I've given up the slip so many times in the second quarter. I think 8 of his, 10 or 12 or 13 points in the second quarter are off of throwing slips. Just got to do a better job defensively in that area, and that's probably the thing that I did the worst in this half. But immediately, I mean, y'all see, I got T-Mac at that PG position. I am not afraid to use him. If you are going to line up glitch me, I'm going to line up glitch you back, and I'm going to be a patient, smart player with it as well. As we get a wide open 3, unfortunately, just like the end of the first quarter, we don't knock it down, but it's a great look, and I will take that shot 10 times out of 10. So we have a 10-point lead at halftime that, honestly, if I wasn't just giving up slips and I greened a couple more open shots, could easily be about 20. But it winds up being a great first half regardless, in control of the game, which is the important goal for this game, just because we want to make sure we win. That's all we got to do to get top 1%, is just win the game. So I'm trying to play smart, trying to play composed and consistent, and we do manage to take that lead. Now, T-Mac, drive the ball here. I see Baron Davis back in the game. That is an invitation to attack the rim with Tracy McGrady. I have a size advantage there. You've been line up glitching me. I will line up glitch you back happily. And Tracy McGrady gets himself an easy dunk to start off the third quarter. He comes back and hits his second white 3-ball of the game. Can't stand white 3-balls, but oh well. It is what it is. Can't let it fluster you. And we're going to get right back into our offense. Again, he's just trailing too far behind with Barron. He goes to play the pop because he knows I'm willing to throw that pop. You got to make people respect your pick and pop, that you will shoot the ball with confidence with your bigs. And we managed to have done that in this game. So now he's playing the pop aggressively. That's great defense, by the way. That play right there was really, really well done defensively. Did a really nice job here of playing this blow-by. He got a blow-by animation, right? Because Şengün's hands went up for whatever reason. We did a great job of clicking onto Sharif and managing to reach at the perfect time and be in the perfect position to get a bump. Very easily could have been a turnover, and I believe it actually does wind up being a turnover. It does, yes. It goes out of bounds, and it's my ball. That's great defense there, and it turns into a stop, which is a very, very nice job of capitalizing there, not giving up that easy driving lane, and I'm creating a bump steal instead and getting ourselves a turnover. We come out here to space the floor again. 5 out. I'm attacking the rim. Baron Davis, hop step, finish over him. You made a mistake, my friend. He did. Line up glitching me. He made a mistake, plain and simple. And we do an awesome job again of taking advantage of it and getting an easy bucket. That could easily been another steal, by the way, for Şengün. He doesn't actually wind up playing the lane, but it very easily could have been. That slip is wide open. Good bailout pass. Takes the sandy dunk. I shouldn't have doubled there. I went to double that play, and I just gave up the slip pretty much wide open. Not great defense by me, but we'll live with it. I'm sending Şengün on the back door just in case it's going to come open there, which it almost does, but spacing isn't really effective enough to get that one open, and we're just going to reset the ball back out to T-Mac. Attack our our mismatch yet again, and he's making the mistake of not going under the screen, which kind of gives up the inside opportunity. Even there, I probably would have had a standing dunk as well. Wanted a dunk, shot a mid-range pull-up instead, and managed to adjust and green it anyway. Clutch shot by Vince right there, because it was a wide-open lane. Would have been an easy dunk, and I didn't get a dunk animation, but it wound up being okay because we wound up timing the shot anyway. That's good defense right there. Rotating out the corner with Şengün, not giving the slip up easily, making it look like I'm going to rotate and swing on that, and then being able to recover to the corner as well. And he winds up actually getting an offensive 3-second violation as well. So very, very solid defense right there by just making things hard, making him think, and changing things up. I haven't thrown that corner rotation to play the slip, I don't think, really at all this game. So it's kind of a little bit of a new rotation that he hasn't seen out of me yet, and we do a great job of executing it. So downhill drive here with Şengün. Again, patience. Just be patient. He did kind of rotate okay there and was able to rotate back to Şengün and not give up anything easy. But again, I'm just going to be super patient. We're going to attack our mismatch. He jumps with Vince Carter. His bad. He shouldn't have jumped, and he gives up an easy driving lane that otherwise wouldn't have really been there, but that's his fault. He gives it up. I'm taking my dunk every single time. Again, just making the smart play, making the right play. Up by 13. We just don't want to give up threes. We do manage to get a bit of a contest there on Sam Perkins. I'm going right back out to space in the floor and attacking the rim. Yes, you got Vince Carter on the court. I don't think he's really rocking with T-Mac, though, on the interior. We reset the ball because, again, I'm not going to go up with a bad shot. I'm not going to force it up just because I have maybe a perceived card advantage in this position. Being patient and making sure we get the highest percentage shot we possibly can. We reset the offense. We managed to get a better animation off of that pick and roll that time and get ourselves in position for an easy standing dunk, and that's a much higher percentage shot than the shot that we had earlier. Good defense as well there, honestly. Didn't go with the slip with Sharif. Played low that time, which is what I should have been doing the entire second quarter when I gave it up over and over again. He just gets a bailout and one. I got one of those to start the game, so I can't be too mad, but definitely a bit annoying there that he winds up getting 3 points off of that take because it was a pretty terrible one. But with 58 seconds left, it's a 12-point game in the third quarter. He's managed to keep it close, but we've done a good job of just not allowing him to get it super close. We've done him a good job of maintaining our lead throughout the first and second quarter and just being consistent. And even here, I mean, this is my last game of King of the Court. I'm not taking any risks. T-Mac's playing point guard for the rest of the game. He's lineup glitched me. I am not afraid to do it back. If you're going to do it, you're going to get it back. And that's an absolute steamer. I love looking for this rotation, by the way, out the corner. I'll go back and show it. I love looking for this center to just move just a little bit. If they move just the tiniest bit, he's even coming back to the corner. Well, actually, he came back to the middle a little bit. He's not expecting that cross-court dot, though. I love looking for that cross-court pass to the opposite corner when they try to rotate out that corner and just throwing it really early to where as soon as you see them just twitch, you throw that pass, you get a wide open three more often than not, and it can be a really nice opportunity to get a lot of easy offense. He probably had a putback dunk there with Sharif. Instead, he's getting rattled. You can tell he's getting rattled. Terrible shot with Ronnie Cycli. Just not good offense right there. And again, we're going to attack downhill. Again, we're going to get inside. Actually, not able to get inside that time, but downhill drive with Şengün. Could have probably had a dunk, but okay, I'm fine with resetting the offense, attacking the rim, and getting another standing dunk. Just being patient, methodical, and consistent, and making sure we get a high percentage shot every single possession. And that puts us at a 17-point lead with 5 seconds left in the third quarter and a potential to basically just get ourselves a relatively easy blowout win. And he has nothing going offensively. Again, nothing easy, making him work for everything, and he's not able to get much going there. And that takes us into the fourth quarter with a big lead. And I'll be totally honest, at this point in the fourth quarter, he kind of more or less gave up, I would say. Just started shooting shots that weren't very good shots. Kind of started forcing some stuff. He does get a putback dunk there, but as a whole, it just winds up getting worse. I feel like in the fourth quarter, he just isn't playing super smart anymore compared to what he was to start the game anyway, and it doesn't put him in the best position in the world to consistently get stops. He's not even playing defense on this possession. Gives up a free dunk there, and at this point, the game is basically decided. A 19-point lead with 3 minutes left. Winds up getting extended all the way out to 25 by the end of the game. As y'all can see, I think we literally wind up winning the game by actually about 30. So we wind up getting an easy blowout win to close that one out as he basically kind of stops playing in the fourth quarter. So no point in really showcasing that fourth quarter, but as y'all could see, we did a great job in just over 3 quarters of really building a 20-point lead and just being consistent and smart. The second quarter, I did some things defensively that I don't love, and I certainly could have done a lot better, but I played a really safe style of defense for the most part, besides those reaches in the second quarter that gave up some dunks and some easy slips and stuff like that. But as a whole, a really safe style of defense made him work for everything and was super patient and methodical on offense, making sure I got high percentage shots every single possession. If I didn't have something, more than happy to reset the offense, back it out, and go back to work. And at the end of the day, y'all can get annoyed at me if you want for the position glitch. I only do it when people do it to me, and he did it to me, So he got it back. It's my last game of the King of the Court. Not going to risk taking a loss. If he's going to position me, I am going to do it back. Otherwise, I would have had no problem just running Baron as my backup point guard like I did for most of King of the Court. So with that being said, that is going to do it for episode 3 of JCU. Hope y'all did enjoy. I hope you learned something. And I will have another episode of this coming later this week for our closest game that I actually may or may not have lost from King of the Court in this past weekend. So that'll be a nice little breakdown. Be on the lookout for that one later this week as well. So with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.